Now, in this second game, Fabiano Caruana, with the white pieces, is going to try to put some pressure. Again, everything shuffled. The bishops are now in the corners. This is always very fun. Like, they crisscross applesauce the entire board. You try to open them up very quickly. So we're going to see that. There we go. So now these bishops are probably going to be traded for each other, except maybe not. Carlsen blocks the trade. And then, you know, Fabiano tries to open up the diagonal. You try to play into the diagonal of your pieces, see where you're a little bit better. Fabi trades like this. Now his queen opens up against the b-pawn. The structures are super weird. Magnus relies on piece activity here, gives up a pawn, targets this, targets this, targets this, and ultimately will try to win a pawn back. The king has to move now, so that's where the king is going to stay for the remainder of the game. Castling is still an option for white. Pawn takes knight e7. And now here Fabi could have taken with the bishop, but he opts to trade the queen instead of taking with the bishop. Magnus gets a nice bit of activity here. Bishop takes d4. And actually, for a brief moment, Caruana's up 2 pawns, but it doesn't feel that way. He's going to lose this pawn. He has no way to defend it. That's what Magnus was relying on, although Magnus was playing a little bit slower in this game. And now Magnus is simply relying on the opposite colored bishops and the poor pawn structure. White does have an extra pawn, but it will be difficult to convert the advantage. And that is what, you know, Magnus thinks will ultimately happen. Although Fabi finds a nice way here into the position. Here he was apparently crushing with g5 if he just played this move to try to target this pawn. And if the pawn took, he would have went rook f7. But I think he saw g5, f5, and he didn't see a way forward. But that release of the defense of the bishop would have been enough to reposition his rook to e1, target the bishop, try to get rid of this knight, and win. He didn't see that because he only has like a minute on the clock. But he actually is still much better if he plays g5, but he doesn't play g5, and now Magnus shuts it down forever. He escapes with the king, g5 is stopped, and the game settles into a position where, again, despite white having an extra pawn, black has immense activity. Activity meaning controlling squares on your opponent's side of the board, and obviously this is a draw. Now, if you're wondering why this is a draw, opposite colored bishops with very few pieces remaining, they don't interact. This bishop is never going to get this pawn. It's never going to get that pawn. And white is not promoting these 2 pawns again.